everybody, we are finally back in the truck here. I am currently just now leaving a rest area just outside of Columbus, Indiana. This is Interstate 65 southbound. Actually, I think this is northbound, my mistake. I'm currently bobtailed. I am headed to the dealer yet again, but for a different reason. I had to go pick up the trailer that I left there. So I originally had a load, but you know, another driver beat me to it. But it is very nice to be back in the truck. You know, what has it been like? I believe it's like 2 weeks or so like that, like since I've been out on the road. It was like on and off for 2 weeks. This period was almost a week. I had this truck going to the shop 2 times in the past, you know, I believe 2 weeks since I got this truck. The first problem that I had was I had to get an alignment on this truck. This truck was horrible with the steering. I mean, the steering was like, you had to hold the steering wheel left, like just a little bit. I would say about 60 degrees or something like that. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but you had to hold the steering wheel left a little bit, and it would, and that would be straight. So of course I had to get that fixed. What else was there? Oh, my speedometer was way off. It was saying that I was doing 75, but all around I was doing 67, which is the fastest that this car can go. You know, if I was doing 75, my GPS would have told me that, because my GPS can monitor my speed. And so I had to get both of those things fixed. And then this time I had to, like, there was something going on with the engine. It was making like a weird clinking sound or something like that. So I had to get that taken care of, because I didn't have any power or anything like that. Good chance that it was probably a piston or something like that that was causing the issue, but I really don't know. I don't know what would cause that problem. And we don't really get told what was going on with the truck. That's sort of like, you know, in between them and the company. So I mean, I guess I could ask. Actually, I did ask, but there was a guy that didn't normally work at that place, so he really had no idea. So it is what it is. But I do have a load.
5 hours and 12 minutes of remaining drive.
Sorry, I had to clear that message there. It was like a warning, don't, like, when you're driving, blah, 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 don't worry, and stuff like that. What the hell is this? A lot of traffic here. But anyways, what we're talking about here, so I do have a load tomorrow, about 9 o'clock in the morning. So what I think I'm going to do is by the frightliner dealer where I'm going, there is a pilot that I am thinking about getting something to eat there. I believe there's like a Denny's there. I think that'd be kind of good. Treat myself a little bit. And I have to get fuel, so I'm gonna be getting fuel there as well. I don't know if I'm gonna take you inside with like ditties and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to be necessary, but I will definitely be doing a field video for you guys. But anyways, let's start like getting into the discussion on how this works. Obviously, I'm in a different truck, and this system that is going on. All right, let me backtrack a little bit. So I am on, well, I guess this would technically be Pegasus Transport, but I think this is still CRST as well. CRST does own Pegasus Transport. CRST themselves own several different companies. So I am still serving out my contract, but I'm with, you know, technically Pegasus. Kind of weird because on my door it still says CRST Transportation Solution, but I am technically rolling with the Ruler account. So what is that? Well, what I do is we have a terminal or headquarters, whatever you want to call this, in Seymour, Indiana, where I just came from. And I get a load and I deliver to 2 stores. Now I have to unload my trailers. I don't load them, but I do unload them. What am I saying? I don't load my trailers, but I do unload them. So I deliver to 2 stores per load, and every time I deliver and unload a certain load and whatnot, I get paid $25. I know that may not seem like much, but you gotta account for the miles and stuff like that that I'm running, which is about, I have to be like 5,000 miles a week or something like that. Maybe even more than that. Here lately it's been a lot less than that, obviously, but you know, that's typically what we're running here. And that's why you're wondering, what is my pay like? Here lately it's between like $900 to $1,000 a week, which is not bad. Definitely not bad at all. But so I mentioned the unloading, stuff like that. I will be bringing you guys in to show you how all that works and stuff like that. I'm pretty much just using a pallet jack, backing up the stores, stuff like that. But I am home weekly now, so I'm going to be home on weekends. There might be days where I'll go home for 10 hours or something like that to get another load, and then I'll go back home. That's simply how some of that works. I'm sort of debating whether or not I want to let this guy buy me or not. Yeah, we're gonna let him buy. I'll slow down a little bit, let him get past. You got some traffic behind him, so get over, you idiot. What are you doing? What the heck is this guy doing? I let up so we could get over because there's like traffic behind him and he didn't want to get over. Like, what the hell, man? But anyways, so I let let's get into some of like the differences between expedited and this. First big difference is the way they do fuel. Now I do have a fuel card, but I do not have fuel stops. If you guys remember, I would have specific fuel stops that I would have to stop at in order to get fuel. If I tried any place else that I was not assigned to, it would not work. So for this account, I can choose where I want to fuel. How it works is, as long as I'm picking one of the major truck stops like Pilot, Loves, TA, Flying J, but Pilot and Flying J are the same thing. Petro, major companies like that, fuel companies, truck stops. As long as I'm picking those locations, I can choose whatever I want. Got some brake lights up here. Looks like got like the guy stopped on the side of the road, or roadside assistance. Yeah, this is roadside assistance here. Everybody's hitting the fucking brakes. Of course, I don't think anybody's gonna let me in. What a fucking joke, man. This is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this. But anyway, so like I said, when it comes to the fuel, I get to choose wherever I want, as long as it's a major truck stop, which is very, very nice. I always hated having to stop at specific fuel stops. It was very, very annoying. It did not work. The second benefit to this, or I would say difference, is with the Qualcomm messages. I do not have to put in anything. It is optional, it is in there, but you know, my driver manager, he don't give a shit whether or not I put those, you know, messages in or not, where I'm at a stop or, you know, low commit. He doesn't give a shit about that. No one does, which is very, very nice. I hated doing that shit, because they always wanted it when you're fucking driving down the road or something like that. It was stupid. So that is a very nice thing. The next thing is the driver managers. My driver manager, you know, I have his phone number. You know, he's not going to text me, you know, we're not going to talk in the middle of the night or anything like that, but he has before. For new people, he will, like, you know, he will answer text messages at like 10 o'clock or so like that, just for new people. But, you know, that is very nice. It seems like it's more family friendly, like dispatchers, you know. Like, for example, when my truck was going in the shop and I told him about it, we had a good conversation. This was about 11 o'clock at night, and we were talking about the problems with this. You know, like, he mentioned that, you know, this company don't want to buy new trucks. That is a very big issue, or at least this side of the account. I mean, this truck has 623,965 miles. That is a lot of miles, even for a truck. I mean, at this point, they have had to, you know, spend more money fixing this thing than the truck's even worth. I don't know who the hell would want to do that, but, you know, it's a pain in the ass, to say the least. So when we're talking about this, and this is just family friendly, you know, face-to-face type of thing. And it's just a very, very great experience to have. You know that, you know, we just sit down and have a conversation between me and him about what the hell is going on. It's just a very nice thing to have. Also, another difference. Oh man, guys. I get a drink there. I can barely speak right now. The home time. I do not have to argue with him about going home. He knows when I'm supposed to be home, and he will get me home. A lot more probably than I wanted it to, but he will get me home. And if I am out longer for whatever reason than I'm supposed to, he will pay me $100 for every day that I'm out. Which is awesome. Like, I've never heard of anybody that would do that. That was just, you know, some of the benefits with this account. You know, just go to our, you know, awesome driver managers. But I do have to throw in some cons with this. Things that I've noticed. One of the things is, okay, so in expedited, say if you broke down or something like that, you would have the ability, you know, they would like give you a hotel and make sure you're good to go and all that stuff. Make sure you have a roof over your head. On this account, company also, I guess this would be another con. It would really be, in your opinion, what you think about it. A lot of people complain about this account simply because we unload our own trailers. So people are not very happy about that. You know, some people hate it. You know, I'm fine with it. It gives me my exercise. You know, I'm not going to gain very much weight. You know, it's kind of good for me. You know, I don't mind it. But one thing that I do hate, some of these stores, man, are absolutely in the worst positions if possible. You know, if you're not careful, you're going to hit something. You guys will see some of these locations, man. They are horrible. I mean, it's like, wow, man. Like, I had a location that was in St. Louis, Missouri. It was like the docks were on a very, very tight. This was like downtown St. Louis. So these streets are very, very tight. You got a lot of cars that park on the street. And it took me forever to figure out how the fuck to get out of that place. You know, backing in it was okay. I could do it. Getting out was a problem. It was just like, it was so annoying. Because some of these places are just difficult. It definitely puts your skills to the test of this job. You know, I probably do things that most of the guys probably have not done before. Even though they've been here for like 20 years. It really, really puts you on edge with some of that stuff. You know, some of the the things that I have done, that I've had to do, would have probably been, you know, what some of these guys out here would have done by mistake, you know, and just end up getting themselves screwed. I don't have a choice in the matter. I have to do it. So that's one of the cons, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I'll deal with it. You know, what I did, like, when my contract is up, you know, I don't know if I'm going to move or not. This is very undecided. But, you know, one of the most negative things for me, what I said was, you know, you know, pretty much not having my back when I'm out here. You know, one of it was a tough week for me, and I don't have very much money, nowhere near enough money for a hotel or an Uber, something like that. You know, I expect these guys to have my back, and they don't. You know, I expect these guys to, you know, at least make sure that I am safe. You know, I have shelter and stuff like that. At least that. So that would be a really deter for me, the most of all. But the other things, yeah, it is what it is. Alright guys, so I think this video has probably been long enough, so I think I'm going to be wrapping things up here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.